What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Whoever's up, whoever's not up, as you come in, hit that like button. But tonight, I actually want to do something. Well, actually this morning because I can't sleep. Got a bunch of stuff that I'm working on, and I want to have a quick conversation. And then part of that conversation is talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's oral motions. And what that is basically just like a regular motion. The only difference is that you're doing it generally in the midst of a hearing, such as, let's say you're at trial and you have a verdict. You say, I want to put together a motion to set aside the verdict. That will be one. As well as a motion for a continuance because you have new evidence, or a motion for a recess because, again, something else that has popped up and that's not readily available. And one of the things that I think I had somebody that was going to court, and they asked, what if the judge does something? Well, an oral motion is something that you can actually use to speak up on, because for the most part, you can actually use it, excuse me, in the place of a written motion. So one of the most common places for continuance, recess, and you can have a motion to dismiss. One of the reasons I've actually used it once, and it was a motion to dismiss because the other party did not show up. And as the defendant, you don't have to wait on anyone else. So you just keep moving. You file your motion. And let's say they do not grant your motion for continuance or dismissal or whatever. You then write up the motion with that being placed on the record that you did an oral motion during the trial, because then it becomes evidence of a violation of due process. It also becomes substantiated when you're able to get the trial transcripts. So it also allows for you to go into federal court, and also, if you're doing a complaint, to file for sanctions. These are things that leave them vulnerable, because their liability comes by not doing the things that's necessary within law. Some of these actually can be done when you're talking about you're basically preparing for a case. And more often than not, they come up in the midst of ineffectiveness of counsel, because many times these guys are not prepared. And I'm going to go into that later, because later this morning, which will probably be about 7 my time, 8 Central, 6 a.m. ish Pacific time, and 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be holding a question and answer session, and it's going to be for those that send a donation out. And in doing so, as donation comes in, you send out your question. I'll kind of screen it, because I've been asked a bunch of questions that I think should be answered, definitely can be answered. But I've also been asked a lot of questions that don't make a lot of sense, or I'm just misunderstanding the questions that's being asked. So, like I said, I'm going to screen it, send your donation, and we can go ahead and get this going, because a lot of times people have questions that others have, but also do not ask them because they feel that it is stupid, because it probably is. But it is only stupid if you don't ask it, because if you don't know the answer to something, you need to ask the question. And the more information you have, the better off you're going to be, and the more prepared you'll be for your own case. Now, with that being said, the links that are going to be available is going to be the usual. Apple Pay, which basically is just, if you have an iPhone, you just type in my messenger and then hit pay for the most part. You have Cash App, which, you know, the link is always in the description. You have Venmo, which is just Supreme Decisions. You have Zelle, which is the email I have set up for that. Just if you don't have any of the apps, you don't trust the apps, but you do have a bank account and you want to send a wire. What's up, Jingy? And hopefully you might have to watch the beginning of this a little bit, because I talked about the oral arguments, and I talked about 7 o'clock my time, which is Mountain Time, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and 6 a.m. Pacific time. Around that time, I'm going to be doing a question and answer session, and I'm going to be doing that via those that are donating and all that good stuff. So be on the lookout for that, because it's coming. But also talked about the oral argument, so you might want to catch that one if you didn't catch it earlier. But for the most part, right now, we also have PayPal back in the mix, and it's under the Supreme Decision. So hopefully everybody will be able to get that rolling and get it working. And right now, that's about all I have, because hell, I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy, if that makes any sense. Which made me actually decide to get online, because this was one of the questions that I had, and I didn't have an opportunity to actually shoot this video. And I have a ton of videos that I have not edited from whenever I was down in Georgia and Dallas and where in the hell else was it? Louisiana. But other than that, if you have your questions, get ready early in the morning. We're going to be ready to go. Like I said, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, and right now my brain is dead. I know it's one more, but it is what it is. And Google Pay. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it growing. So if you have any questions, get ready for a couple hours from now. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.